Right, I want to talk about the grooming cases in the UK. Now, we've all heard of the grooming cases in the UK by Asian men, as the BBC refers to them. They're not Asian men. They're men that follow a cult, a religion, and that religion is Islam. They're Muslims. The majority are Muslims raping white English girls. Now, not all victims are white, indigenous, English, non-Muslim girls. There is Muslim girls that suffer at the hands of these grooming gangs. There is Hindu girls that suffer at the hands of these grooming gangs. There is Buddhist girls that suffer at the hands of these grooming gangs. There is all different ethnic groups that suffer at the hands of these grooming gangs. But the majority of the young girls are white, British, indigenous, non-Muslim girls. Fact. Get over it. Put your political correctness aside. Forget political correctness. Take it out of your brain. It does not exist anymore. It doesn't need to exist. Okay? I don't care about your jobs. I don't care about your careers. Okay? We need to stand as people and speak out on these issues. If we do not speak, how can anything change? There is a handful of people that do stuff. There was people at Telford last week trying to highlight to the police where they have covered it up yet again. And Telford is a bigger scale than Rotherham was. And Rotherham was 1,400. There has been statistics thrown around that potentially there was 1 million girls that have been raped by mass grooming gangs in the UK. The UK is not a big country. Do we realise what's seriously happening? Some people are that scared they won't even post it on their Facebook wall because their mate might see it at work and call them racist. It's down to you why this is happening. And you might think that's stupid to say that. You might think that that small thing is stupid. But it's waking people up to the fact that this goes on. And it's waking people up to the fact that the British media lie to you by using the word Asian men. It's Muslim, Pakistani men that are raping our young girls. That's the truth of it. Call me a bigot, call me a racist, call me whatever you want under the sun. I do not care because I will speak the truth. Now, once we understand that, we can try to fix these problems. Political correctness done this. We can blame everything. We can blame the grooming gangs themselves, of course, 100%. But it's political correctness that gave these girls no power to speak because they were told it was bullshit by the police. They were told that they can't deal with it because it would cause race issues. It was political correctness that had raped our young girls. We will have justice on those people that have done this. If it's the last thing, I'm sure myself and many others like myself will do. We will have justice on those bastard evil men that done what they've done. And I think a lot of people will agree with me that have been over to places like Kurdistan. The reason we went there is because of what ISIS are doing to the population over there. So you need to understand, the less you say about this issue, the more you are to blame. This is nothing to do with political ideology. This is nothing to do with right wing or being racist or a bigot or a Nazi. This is truthful facts. Your cowardness is what is letting them carrying on raping our girls. Let's start talking about it more. Let's put it on our Facebook wall. Let's tell our friends at work, have you seen this? What happened in this city? But you won't, because all you see is Asian men, Asian men. Oh, there's white paedophiles. We know there's white paedophiles. We've got enough problems in our own communities without mass grooming problems from the Muslim community on non-Muslim girls. And there's a reason behind it that goes a lot further regarding the Quran and so on. So let's understand. Next time you talk to someone, tell them it's Muslims that are raping, that are grooming young white English girls in working class areas. But because it's working class areas, why would any of you middle class or upper class people really give a shit anyway? It's different when it comes to you. See, this is where we stand up and have our voice. And this is where your political correctness will not keep the working man or woman down anymore, because we will speak out about it. Our fight back has only just begun. A lot of us have been fighting for years, have been persecuted, have whatever, alright? And we will carry on fighting until we die, because truth is truth. It is the political elite, it is the higher classes that don't believe the working class in how we speak about these problems, and just call us racist, bigots and all this sort of thing, and embrace champagne socialism. It's you are to blame for these girls being raped. You are part of the problem, and us working people are rising. You just have to look across the world. No more will we be slaves to your ignorant arses. You elitist scumbags. New World Order, elitists, political correctness, right? Pan-European bullshit, okay? EU propaganda, everything is falling down as we speak. And that's because you have to remember something. The majority of the people are working people. We are what make your businesses run. We are what make you the millions that you make. So I suggest you start listening to us, and I suggest you start paying us some respect. And when we say our girls are being raped by Muslim men in our towns and cities, you start to listen. Because this is where times change, and things are changing rapidly. And if it doesn't change, then I'm pretty sure you will feel the effect of what happens. This is why I hate the class system. Because again, the class system doesn't listen, because it's the elitists, it's the middle and the upper classes that don't listen to the working class. When we speak, we're just racists. The people in Telford that were trying to tell the police how many times that there was so much going on in Telford, okay, with underage grooming gangs, okay, and no one done anything. No one listened, because it's just working class people, they're racists, they're bigots. And look what's happened. They're now calling it the grooming capital of the UK. I suggest you start listening to the working people, because actually you can have all the money, you can have all the power, but our voice will never, ever, ever, ever lose. Never. Eventually we will always win, because truth will always win. Start listening, start speaking out, and start telling your friends the truth. Grooming gangs involve white people, yes, I understand that, involve non-Muslims, but the high majority of grooming gangs in the UK are Pakistani Muslims. Fact, they're not Asian men. I don't see Chinese people doing it, do you? And they're considered Asian. So I suggest you start getting your words right, your facts right, and understand if this carries on, the repercussions will get a lot worse for you. Thank you for listening.